David, Connor, congrats on the new single. How amazing does it feel to kick off a year after the year that we had last year with a brand new song?
Thank you very much. It's amazing. It's a great feeling to have music out, and hopefully people will love it and like it, and will listen to it lots. That's our goal.
We talk about you a lot on the show because we love everything you put out, because you know that it's you, but there's always a little bit, it doesn't feel like you're putting out the same. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, thank you. That's it's a big compliment.
Well, you've done that again with Champagne Butterfly. Like, if you're listening to it, fans will know, oh wow, the lads are back. It's something different. Tell me about Champagne Butterfly.
Yeah, I mean, I think as a band, we always want to try and evolve, but not not go too far away from who we are also as a band and what people know us for. But we like to evolve, and we like to change our shows every tour and our lighting every tour, and even like our color schemes on artwork and everything. And it's kind of the same with music. You like to progress it, but also not progress it too much that people don't recognize it, or that you think you're too cool for what you were before. So yeah, Champagne Butterflies came about, and it's a song about like the kind of celebratory butterflies that you feel when you fall in love, and all those kind of amazing feelings and emotions that you go through when you're starting to really fall for someone. Yeah, and I'm very glad that you like it, and I'm very glad that you think we have achieved our goal, which is sounding like Wild Youth but progressing in our sound.
Yeah. David, how does it feel to release new music and then go, we actually don't know when we're going to play this though to an audience? Because it's amazing to make the music, but it's amazing to have others embrace it with them in front of you.
Yeah, sad when you put it like that, it is. But fingers crossed everything comes back sooner than later. But we're actually pretty lucky with this song, because this song has actually been around for a while now. We kind of did this last year. Well, the song was written last year. We finished it in January, but last year was when it was actually when the song was written. And by the end of last year, we were doing a tour, so we actually played this song on our tour, kind of like as a feeler to test it out with our fans to see if they'd like it or not.
When you say last year, you mean 2019, don't you?
Sorry, yeah. Yes, 2019. Sorry.
Yeah, I was
2020 has taken
different. Yeah.
2020 has taken over my life. I just want to forget about it now. It's 2019. I mean, the end of 2019, we were finishing our tour, and we got to play Champagne Butterflies on that tour. So we kind of it's kind of all flipped around. We got to play it before we released it, and now we can't play it again for a while. But I'm looking forward to going back and playing it again. And we know that our fans loved that song in particular. One of our gigs, a few of our fans came and they actually made butterfly little things where they stuck onto their backs, and they all had butterflies on.
No way.
So they buzz off it, and that makes us buzz off it. So I can't wait to actually just play it again. I can't wait to play a gig again.
Yeah, I was going to say, Connor, what is it like when you do turn up to your gigs? And, it's one thing to have your audiences sing that music back to you, but when you see them go to that extra effort of making the butterfly wings, of making signs, like, what is that like?
It's crazy. It's such a cool feeling. And we have honestly such creative and incredibly kind fans that they seem to somehow do everything every show.
Yeah.
So it's almost like it's an exciting thing for us, because they're like, I wonder what they're going to pull out for this show. So we're waiting for the moment when something comes out and it's like confetti, or it's like glitter, or it's butterflies, or it's like something.
And they're all very funny. They're all very, very funny. So the stuff they come up with is hilarious.
Too funny sometimes. They're too quick and they slag us.
I know it's hard to pick a moment, but is there a standout? Like, I think one thing that 2020 made us do was reflect back on, because especially when you guys are doing what you're doing, it's always about the next thing and it's never about the moment. 2020 made us stop and think about the moment and reflect on what has happened. Is there a moment that stands out for you guys, big or small, when you think of Wild Youth up to 2020?
We actually speak about that a lot. And we did kind of towards last year, about kind of stopping and being so grateful and thankful for everything that has happened and not focusing on what's not happening. And I think Well, for me anyway, we toured with Codeline around Europe, and that was amazing for me because we got to go and see cities that I'd never been to, and we also got to do what we love, which is like play a show in those cities. And I remember, Dave, do you remember when we got to Paris? And I'd never been to Paris, and I always wanted to go to Paris. We arrived in, so like me and Dave were like notorious for sleeping on the tour bus, so we're like fast asleep. We literally woke up, and it was like a movie. Like you just looked out the window, and like the Eiffel Tower was there, and we were like, "Oh my god!" And I remember me and Dave, because we went to the venue, and obviously all the gear got loaded in, and we just went and we walked around Paris for hours. And
got the coffee, amazing coffee.
Yeah, amazing coffee. And we walked around, we got like electric scooters, and we went around the whole city, and then we went back and we got to play this incredible show in a beautiful venue. So those amazing moments on that tour for me. And then I think playing sold out Olympia shows and Electric Picnic in 2019, playing the main stage, were highlights for me.
Dave, is there nowhere like home? Like, I know you do have big moments everywhere else, but are the special ones at home?
Yeah, of course, especially like if they're like playing in Dublin, like as Conor said about the Olympia Theatre, we got to play that 3 times in 2019, not last year, 2019. we got to play it 3 times that year, and yeah, there's nothing like that feeling. That the Olympia Theatre, for example, like me and Conor used to go there when we were 15, 16 to watch bands playing, you know, sneaking in to underage gigs, trying to get in, getting fake IDs, trying to go see some bands that we weren't allowed to go into, and being in there when I was 15 and looking around going, this is the most beautiful place I've ever seen. And then this iconic band comes out with charisma that you've never seen before, and this whole time you're watching this gig, you're shaking with like excitement. And now a few years later we got to do it ourselves in our home in Dublin, in a theatre that we would have dreamt of doing and thought we possibly could never do. So of course, yeah, when it comes to the home gigs, there's nothing like it. Absolutely nothing like it.
I think what's amazing about home shows too, and we always talk about this as well, Dave, is like you can sometimes, like when you do shows, like let's say when we do shows in other places, you might not know anyone that's there. So like, you're like, that was so cool. And you're trying to tell people, they're like, okay, cool. But they don't get to see it. And you're like, oh. And then when you get back to Dublin and you're there and you come on stage and it's that like insane feeling, and you look up and like you've got your parents like watching the show, or like friends that you grew up with watching the show, or friends that maybe gave you €20 when you were absolutely broke coming to the show. And like everyone who helped you kind of along the way in this journey gets to be there and gets to experience those moments at home.
Yeah.
This sounds like a name drop. It is. Who am I kidding? I was chatting to Dermot Kennedy, and we were talking about that sometimes it's these small things that happen that are actually like, no one else would rate that as a massive moment in your career.
Mm-hmm.
But it's those small moments that for you go, oh my God, we've made it. This is the moment, my pinch myself moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what, like when you look back at 2020, I know everyone has missed gigging, being together. What has surprised you most about the thing you've missed most? You never would have thought, like when you were out on the road touring, you'd complain about it. And now you're just like, I wish I could do that again. I won't complain.
Hugging people.
Yep. We were getting to hugging overload, weren't we? Where we're all complaining about the fact that we have to hug another person. And now
Carl, the drummer in our band, he kind of instilled this thing in our band in a way. The first time I ever met him, he hugs everybody he meets. The first person he meets, no matter how long.
Whether you want to be hugged or not, you're getting one.
And he gives like proper, he's a very emotional character, and he hugs, he proper hugs, you know, tight squeezes everybody. So like we all got to a stage where we just all hugged all the time, you know, and I'd go in and like we'd have our crew there, and I'd be like, oh, what's up, Freelo? And I'd give him a hug, and everyone would be getting hugs. And now like there's no such thing as hugging anybody anymore, unless you live in the same house as them. So yeah, I miss being able to hug my mates, and I miss being able to hug my people that we work with and our fans. Like we hug our fans and they come up to us and we give them a hug, you know. So when we can all start hugging each other again and not being worried that we're gonna get a virus because, you know.
Yeah. Conor, now I know we're in lockdown now, but in between all these lockdowns, there was a time when the four of you could be in the same room together. What was that moment like for you guys, and what was the first thing you guys did?
Went to a bar and had a pint of Guinness. No, I think what was the first thing? I love going to restaurants. So I went to a restaurant, started going out and eating out. I don't know, just super. I kind of got used to the simplicity of life during lockdown. So I don't know, I kind of kept that routine, but also it was lovely then to bring in the other parts of your life that you've obviously missed out on, like maybe going to watch like something in a bar, like sports game, and having a beer with your friends, or like going out with your girlfriend and going for dinner, or just kind of seeing people again. I think was nice.
So what is the hope for 2021? I know for all of us, the hope is that we can get back out there, and if we stay home, stay safe, get those numbers down, we could hopefully be at a gig. But let's say right now, let's work with what we know. What is the hope for Wild Youth right now?
I think we just hope that people like the music that we're about to put out, that that we've done a good enough job, and that we're just trying to do as many things as possible to just get through it. I think that's my hope, just to stay in a good mental headspace and try and help other people with their mental headspace, and just all kind of pull together and just get through this time. And that I don't think the light is too far away. And I think we will get back to normality. Obviously playing shows and seeing people traveling. I would love to start traveling again. But yeah, just our main focus is staying at peace with our minds and getting through this incredibly difficult time, staying fit and putting out new music, and hoping that we've done a good enough job and we make our fans, who are very, very good to us, proud.
And Dave, you've taken to TikTok as well as a band. Is that something that's getting you through lockdown?
It was, yeah, we have. It's, as you know, the trends are always changing. There's something new every day. TikTok came along, and we kind of made this TikTok though like a kind of a little prank channel almost, like a little jackass kind of buzz. There's a lot of videos of people getting pied in the face. There's a lot of pranks going, but yeah, no, that's been fun. We found different we already talked about this morning. Me and Conor, we had to kind of go down different lanes and find different outlets, because as you said, there's no gigging, so there's more live streaming things. We now have a club with our fans, like it's a Wild Youth club where all our immediate close fans are all in it with us, and each day of Monday to Friday, one of us jumps on a night and does something with them, whether it's watch a TV series, whether it's talk about fashion, whether it's play a video game. But we just do that more with them now, and we just go cooking. Ed's cooking with them tomorrow, I think. So it's just stuff like that, so we found ways to just kind of just keep going, keep in touch with our fans, because we're not messing when we say how close we were with a lot of our fans, because at the end of the day, they're the reason why we get to do this. They're the reason we get to sit here and talk to you is because of the loyalty and love that they've showed us, so we've kept a good connection with them through our TikToks, through our Wild Youth clubs, through all that sort of stuff.
So what I'm hearing is 2021 is going to be the year of more music, but it also could be the year that we see Wild Youth on our TV screens in a Jackass meets a lifestyle channel type TV show.
Yeah.
We'll be
like
on
Wild Youth Big Brother.
That's basically what our life's becoming. It's like a Big Brother. Yeah, it's just going to be a screen on us 24/7.
Or Ed's going to be on your screens very soon with a TV show, a cooking show.
Well, do you know what?
Donald Skian needs to be very, very careful because Ed is coming for him.
I have no doubt that come the end of 2021, we will be toasting the success of your music and of your new TV career, YouTube channel, whatever form it takes, but we'll be toasting a lot of success for you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We'll toast some champagne.
I love that. And I'm going to use champagne butterfly now to describe that gorgeous feeling we get in our tummies when we're excited.
Please do.
Amazing. That's amazing.
And we will see you. We will talk to you next time when we're promoting our new TV show.
Yeah. Oh, can I get the exclusive on that?
For sure.
100%.
For sure.
It is always
You can narrate it.
deal. Okay, we have that.
Okay.
This is recorded.
Virtual fist pump. Virtual fist pump.
You have the voice for it, so yeah, definitely 100%.
Okay, I'm getting up here. I'm talking to some contacts that I have in TV, and let's make this happen.
Done.
Do it.
Conor, Dave, it is always so lovely to chat to you. Hopefully next time it can be in studio.
Absolutely.